Hey, what's up, y'all? It is Vaughn Edmeade again. You are watching Average is Failure, where it is my goal to help you set new trends to help you to go from average to A1, whether that be in your career, whether that be in your relationships, whether that be in your personal life. The goal is for you to set new trends and to really develop and become significant in whatever lane you operate in. So, I was just thinking about a couple of things, and I want to share with you. I wrote it down in this book. 3 things that I thought would be helpful to share with you all, and I call them. I'll put this on the podcast that we put up. Y'all go check our podcast as well. All right, it's myself and my team, but I called it "If I Could Do It Over Again." Okay, and this is certainly not an exhaustive list, but I certainly believe that it's a worthwhile list. So y'all check it out really quickly. First thing that I would have done that I would do if I could do it over again is I would choose a career where it's easier to draw a straight line from the education I receive to the work that I would be doing on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so let me paint a couple of examples of that. If I go to school to become a nurse, I'll come out looking for a job that's called nurse. Okay, if I go and I major in, what's another major? If I major in psychology, all right, then I know that I'm going to come out and do psychology, or I'm going to come out and look for a psychology job or a counseling job. Okay, those are the types of careers, and of course we can tie that into if somebody goes to school to be a lawyer, somebody goes to school to be a doctor, if you go to be a biochemist or something like that, right? Or a computer scientist, okay? And go to school for coding. Those types of careers, when you go to school, there's more of a direct path to the type of job that you can go out and get. Now, by all means, you can do those things and choose to go into something else, something that may not be as well defined, where your task may not be as well defined in terms of with what you studied in your major, but you can always rely on saying, okay, you know what, this job isn't working out. Let me go over here where the path is clear cut and tied into what I learned in school. And I think that's important because for someone like myself who majored in political science, not that there aren't people out there doing great work in political science, but most people who majored in political science are not actually working in jobs called where the job title is called or job description is named after political science. All right, very rarely have I seen somebody who's majored in political science and actually find a job as a political scientist. Now they are out there, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that all is lost if you decided to major in political science or some other majors that tend to be a bit vague, but I'm just saying that especially if you went to school like when I did. So I came out of college right around the time when we were just about heading into the recession, and when financial times in the country are bad, you really want to be you really want to be able to clearly state what it is that you're able to do and what type of work you're able to come out and get. Okay, the less vague that your education and your background has been, the easier it'll be for you to jump out there and get a job. Okay, so that goes for some of y'all who might be in college. But if you're in college, you're probably not even on here watching this, right? But for those of you who are, in your maybe late 20s, your 30s, maybe your 40s, but you still are in a position where you can go back to school, those are some of the things that you maybe want to think about. Can I draw a straight line from the academics that I'm going to be receiving to the job that I want to work in? Second thing, so that I don't make this video longer than I really wanted it to, is take more time to get to know yourself. That's one thing that I would have done, is I would have taken more time to get to know myself. What makes you tick? Really having a strong foundation of what are your skills? Okay, and working hard is not a skill. Grinding and hustling is not a skill. Okay, those might be character traits that you can apply to a skill, which talks about your work ethic when you're doing your skill. But you really need to know what am I skilled at? What kind of character traits do I have? Okay, and then what subject areas do I tend to be highly interested in? Okay, those are all important because in many ways those things will help you to determine where what type of job you should be looking for, or what type of career you want to create for yourself. Or those things even help you in understanding maybe who will I even date or marry in the future. Okay, who do I need to get around and make a part of my network? Okay, what type of events do I need to be going to? Okay, what are the best schools where I can learn some of this stuff? All right, who are the leaders in the space that I'm interested in that I can maybe be learning from? All right, so that's another thing that I would have done. I really think that, or I wish that I had learned more about who I am, I think I'm very good at understanding who I am now at this stage in my life. But I always reminisce and think, what would it be like if I had gone through college, and before leaving and getting out of college and graduating, if I had really understood who I was in that moment? I probably would have chosen a different career path than the one that I'm currently in. All right, so that's just something to think about. And lastly, I would have done more volunteering and things like internships and externships because, and I'm a lot of what I'm talking about stems out of my college career right now. It might not be the same for all of you, but college just tends to be the time, at least for us who are live in America, where we have some space to think about those things. So the reason why I bring up volunteering and externships and internships is because those are free opportunities for you to gain experience. Now, you won't get paid for it, but the experience that you receive is valuable. Sometimes you'll say, you know what, based on volunteering in this type of environment or for this type of work, not really what my lane is. I realize that now. Let me change up what my career goals are. Or if you find that it is your lane, then what it'll also do for you is now when you go to apply for a job in the future, what it'll allow you to do is say, I've already built up some experience because I volunteered here or I volunteered there, right? And so you can use that to your advantage, because I know many people, including myself at one point in time, one of the frustrations that I had was, how do you expect me to have experience if you won't hire me, right? And this other person over here wants experience and they want experience over there. How are we going to get experience if none of y'all want to hire anybody who doesn't have experience, all right? So volunteering is a free way, low risk way that you can say to an employer, listen, you don't even have to worry about paying me. You're going to be getting work for free, but trust and believe that I am getting something out of it too, because I am getting hands-on experience in this particular area, which will either let me know that I do want to go in this area, or it will let me know that I don't. It'll let me be able to say that I have experience in this area. Okay, so that being said, it's Vaughn. Hope that was helpful for you all. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, look me up at Vaughn Edmeade. That's at VAUGHNEDMEADE. All right, Twitter and Instagram. You can feel free to find me on LinkedIn as well. Okay, and pose a question to me. Hold a discussion. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know maybe some of the things that you would have done differently if you could do it all over again. All right. Well, that's it for me. Average is failure. Keep trending upwards. I'm out of here. Peace.